Hello New Zealand, I'm Philip Duncan, thanks for joining us. The cold southerly is starting to slowly fade, and that means we're going to have some pretty cold nights over the next couple of nights. In fact, expect the frost that we had on Tuesday morning to be far more widespread on Wednesday morning. Some of them could be pretty heavy in the South Island. Look at the southerly, very clearly still swiping the eastern side of the North Island. More showers there across Tuesday, and the winds are pretty cold as well. Remaining showers clearing for other areas, and in fact for everybody else it is mostly sunny. Spectacular weather as this big high, the light winds in the Tasman Sea, starts to move in. So lunchtime Wednesday looks like this, and I've gone widescreen because I want to show you two different things, and it's both relating to high pressure. So we often talk about these highs, and lately I've been talking about them being stretched north to south, producing cold snaps. This is such a perfect example of the two different highs that produce two different sets of weather for New Zealand. So one shaped like this, the normal ones that are shaped sort of west to east, bring a lot of westerlies with them, and that's quite often what sweeps over us. But when they switch north to south like this one, they come down like that, they scoop up all that Antarctic air and brings it back up on the other side. So that's why we always look for highs shaped like that near Tasmania. Anything like that coming in from that direction produces this big southerly. So for Wednesday itself, not too bad, pretty settled, the highs in charge, big frosts. It could even be frosty as far north as some parts of Auckland. So that's not a representation of Auckland making the news, it's simply indicating how far north the cold is going. And in fact, I can't even rule out the chance of a frost in the very north, which means for people further south, it is very cold overnight. To Thursday, this is a northerly airflow just starting to begin. You'll still have frosts on Thursday, but the northerlies are starting. Elsewhere, light winds and any showers finally clear away from that eastern side of the North Island. To Friday, and the northeasterlies develop across most of the country, and again, it still could be a pretty cold start to some places, but this big low is forming, and it's forming for the weekend. So this is how the long weekend is shaping up. Saturday starts off like this. Now, by the way, when these lows are big and there's areas of dry, big long dry spells between the patchy areas of rain, it's very hard to lock it all in because each day the models update it and they just shift it all around a little bit. It's still in the same spot, but suddenly one region's got sun now and yesterday it had rain. So you're going to find there might be a little bit of switching off and on of the weather icons as we try and lock in this forecast. But as you can generally see, the northeasterlies with rain developing around the North Island on Saturday, fairly dry in most of the South Island. To Sunday, that low deepens a bit further in the Tasman. Still areas of rain, but look, big areas of dry as well. So it's not widespread rain across the country, it'll be areas of rain which might linger a bit for some areas, and then by the time we get to Queen's Birthday Monday it might be going downhill a wee bit more for the North Island, but still mainly dry for the southern half of the South Island. So this is not yet 100% locked in. We're very confident about the low, but we're not yet confident about precisely where the rain goes. But I think northern and northwestern parts run a fairly high chance of getting a bit of rain this long weekend. That is all from me. We'll update you again on that system as we update again on Wednesday. Until then, take care, enjoy the cold.